Hi, I'm Mary Heery, the APRN at the Breast Cancer Survivorship Program at Norwalk Hospital. We listen to what patients have to say and ask us, and so we've got this great idea to share with all of you. We're here today with our breast surgeon, Dr. Jeanne Capasse, our dietitian, Kahn, and the owner of Palmer's, Cindy Palmer. We're going to take the breast surgeon and the dietitian on a shopping trip to come up with some great ideas for you all to live better lives, because we know that coming up with healthy ideas to feed you and your family are challenging sometimes. We hope to give you some great ideas.
Yeah, eggs are a great protein choice. They're very easy to digest. The white is pure protein, so great option to start the day with. The yolk has cholesterol, but it also has a lot of really important nutrients as well. So depending on any other medical history that you have, eggs are a wonderful start to the day. Absolutely.
My husband loves salty food. What is a healthy choice for salty chips and maybe some dips that he could have? So I don't have to feel bad about feeding him.
So when you're looking at snack foods, you want to obviously look at the sodium content, but I would also look at the other ingredients. So anything that has some fiber in it, some chips and snack items have chia seeds, additional higher fiber, healthier ingredients, kind of stretches the snack a little bit better. You've got hummus options, chickpea based, great protein, great healthy fat sources with tahini in it. So that would be an easy snack. In terms of dairy milk alternatives, there's so many on the market. There's almond, there's rice, there's coconut, there's oat, there's a lot of different varieties. I would say buyer beware. You have to look at the ingredients. A lot of the alternatives have added sugar in them. If you're going to get one, I would say get the unsweetened version. A lot of them also don't have a lot of protein in them. So really look at the labels when you're considering an alternative. Really, we want to eat our fruit, not drink our fruit. The challenge with juices is that think about how many pieces of fruit you need to juice in order to yield, an 8-ounce glass of that juice. You probably would sit down and eat, 5 or 6 apples or 5 or 6 oranges. So it's a really concentrated version of what you would be getting if you were having the original fruit in its original form with lots of fiber that we're losing from the juice.
So life gets so busy and crazy, I have hardly any time to cook. What do you think about these beautifully prepared foods?
I think that they're a great option. Great protein sources, great sides. You can mix and match as you please, and you could buy a bunch of different proteins and just revamp it with different sides, and then you have 3 different meals with the same staple protein. So I think it's a great option for those that are busy or just don't feel like cooking one day. A lot of different products on the market now. I would first and foremost make sure that you're looking at products that have whole grain or whole wheat flour listed as the first ingredient on the package. But then we can look at something like this Dave's Killer Bread that has a lot of seeds, it has a lot of protein in it, has a lot of fiber. So there are alternatives beyond just a plain whole wheat bread. As far as bagels go, depends on the size of the bagel. Bagels tend to be pretty dense. A bagel is about 6 slices of bread, depending on how big the bagel is. So they're pretty dense. But if you were to get, some of these breads, the bagels that have no high fructose corn syrup, that have additional fiber sources, that have additional protein, it's totally fine to do. So here we are with all the red meat at the grocery store. Not something to fully cut out, but really not something to have on a regular basis. It tends to be higher in saturated fat. It also tends to take longer to digest. We don't want food sitting in our system for days and days and days and days. So I would say if you're going to choose a red meat, choose a leaner cut of beef. That means it's going to have less saturated fat. So if we talk about different poultry options, chicken, great lean animal protein. I would not stress over if you like dark meat, white meat. It's really whatever you like more. Just a great, easy protein source, first of all. We look at fish options. Fish, we talked about these heart-healthy fats and more inflammatory fats. These are great sources of those omega-3 and heart-healthy fats that we're looking for. Also easy to digest the protein, so good option. But yeah, we've got salmon, we have halibut, we have
Arctic char,
which is a mild tasting salmon almost, swordfish, tuna steak, so great options. So plant-based proteins, great alternative to animal proteins, especially with a breast cancer diagnosis. We know that the research really backs plant-based proteins as a good option, especially to help reduce your risk of recurrence. So canned options, we've got bagged options. These are dried. These are cooked, essentially. They're just sitting in a liquid. So if you're going to buy the canned version, just make sure that you're rinsing off the salt that it's sitting in. If you're getting the dried version, it takes a little bit longer. You have to soak them, but another good option as well. But definitely something to try and incorporate. And if it's hard for you to get a plant protein in, maybe choose one dinner a week that you're going to try and make it more of a meatless dinner, or maybe lunchtime is easier than dinner. So something to try and incorporate. The challenge with vegetables in a can, they sit in a salty solution, but totally fine to have. All you have to do is just make sure you're rinsing off that solution, and you're good to go, and they're completely fine. Same idea with jarred. Just make sure you're rinsing them off. So many beautiful fruits and vegetables here. We really want to think about when we're setting up our plates for meals. We want to eat in more of a rainbow fashion. If you look at your plate and everything is tan, it's probably not that nutrient dense. So there's a real reason why fruits and vegetables have such robust colors. They're really full of so many important vitamins and minerals. So we can just kind of observe. We've got beautiful tomatoes, great as an addition to a snack or to a meal. I also like to try and eat seasonally when it comes to produce. So we're going into fall. We've got good apples and pears and whatnot. So if that's something that's important to you.